and welcome back to another edition of Connections with Danielle. Today's topic is swimming pools and pool safety. As we can all tell, as soon as we walk outside, we are in the dog days of summer here in Kansas City. It's very hot and humid, and what better way to escape the weather than with a little pool time. So today we're going to cover the insurance policies and things that you need to have in place with your policy with Franklin, as well as talk about some pools and other pool safety with Skylar Alexander, who owns Blue Heron Pools, and he is one of my connections. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to those guys, and we'll see you next week, and hopefully at one of our great networking events, or if we've not had a one-to-one, please reach out. I would love to build those relationships with you guys as the summer goes along. Have a great day. Thank you.
Hi, Franklin Tire here, local American family insurance agent for the last 40 years. Today's vlog, we're going to talk a little bit about swimming pools. So if I decide to buy a swimming pool, what do I need to do as far as insurance is concerned? Well, there's a couple things to keep in mind. First of all, your pool has to meet city guidelines. So if you live in a city or town, they probably have guidelines that are available that you should look at. But some of the biggest things to think about is, one is, how do I lock it up so that when it's not in use, it's secured so the neighbor kids can't stumble into your yard and get into it and drown, which would make you responsible. So you want to make sure there's a way to lock it up. The second thing is you want to make sure that it's safe. So if you have a deck around it, that type of thing, you want to make sure there's railings and those type of things. So those are all things to think about. From an insurance standpoint, you want to make sure that there's liability coverage involved so that you have coverage in case you have friends come over and they get hurt on it, those type of things. So you want to make sure that you have adequate liability, so you want to check that on your homeowner's policy. You would also might want to consider doing an umbrella policy just to make sure, because of the extra liability, the umbrella policy help give that to you as well. So those are some things to keep in mind. And as always, if you have other questions, please reach out to us. We'd be glad to answer those for you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Skylar Alexander, and I am the owner of Stag Homes and, of course, Blue Heron Pools. Blue Heron Pools is a sister company to Stag Homes that we started because a lot of our clients just love pools, and it was one of those things that we really like to offer, and having its own individual sector was something nice for us. And there are a lot of really cool features you can have on your pools these days that really elevate the design, the style, and the feel, while also lending to some of those safety features. One of those safety features that lots of people love are having tanning ledges. Why are tanning ledges good for safety? Well, one, it's a gradual entry point to the pool, so you're not jumping in and into 3 to 8 feet of water, and risking hurting yourself or something like that, where having those gradual entries is a nice, easy, calm way to get in safely. A second one that we really like that can really set your pool apart and help with cleaning and maintenance and all of those things is having a retractable automatic pool cover. Those come in a wide variety of colors, styles, and different ways to trigger its opening and closing. So then you can have all the features you want. And even when you're not using the pool, you have a really good looking space, outdoor space that really helps everyone with admiring the pool, even when you can't see the water. One of the ones we really like is, every pool should have a fence around it, which I'm sure everybody over there at American Family has told all of you that have pools. We want to have self-closing gates. One of the added features that we really like to install is we install key codes, just like you have at community pools. Those are a really good safety feature for your children, because children under 14, pools and drownings in home pools is one of the riskiest things that can happen in your home. And just over the 4th of July weekend, we know right now from talking with Johnson County that there were 4 drownings just over 4th of July weekend at community pools. And I believe one of those was in a home. And so making sure that your children and everybody are protected is really, really important to all of us, because we would all feel terrible if something like that happened. And then my third suggestion that I always do, that I have cameras all over my house for various reasons, but having a camera pointing at your pool and seeing all points of your pool and having it give you notifications when it recognizes things. Because a lot of cameras, I personally use Wise at my house because they're very inexpensive. You can buy them at Home Depot and other places. And then the subscription to have pet notifications, people notifications, and all of that stuff sent to your phone immediately. That way you know when someone or something has entered the area of your pool. That is the number one thing, because that's almost fail safe. But having your key code combined with the cameras really, really helps. And then with that tanning ledge in there, that's just a really fun spot to set some chairs and really enjoy your space and have a really elegant, enjoyable feature in your home that you never have to go to the lake and do all of those things. You just get to enjoy your home right there in the piece of your own little backyard. So if anybody's interested in pools and wants to know more, we would love to help you. As again, my name is Skylar. I'm with Blue Heron Pools, and our phone number is 913-701-5757. Thanks. Bye-bye.